Just when the world thought Sean Diddy Combs had reached the peak of his legal troubles, a shocking twist changes everything. Days before his sentencing, the hip-hop mogul has been hit with fresh sexual assault lawsuits, and the timing couldn't be more devastating. For decades, Diddy wasn't just a music icon. He was the face of an empire, a man who built Bad Boy Records, who launched global artists, and who shaped the sound of an entire generation. But now, instead of being remembered for his music, he's standing trial in the court of law and in the court of public opinion. And this latest development? It may be the hardest blow yet. Diddy has been in the spotlight for over 30 years. From his glamorous relationships with stars like Jennifer Lopez and Cassie, to his famous all-white parties, his name was always tied to wealth, power, and influence. But behind the scenes, stories of control and misconduct began to leak into the public. Allegations that once sounded like rumors are now detailed in legal documents. Multiple women have stepped forward, accusing him of abuse, manipulation, and coercion. And just when it seemed like the storm couldn't get any worse, October 2nd, 2025, arrives with a thunderclap. On that day, two new lawsuits were filed. Both women describe experiences that date back years, long before the current legal drama. The lawsuits paint Diddy as a man who used his status to lure, control, and ultimately assault. The women claim they stayed silent for years out of fear of retaliation, a fear that only now, with the tide turning against him, has been replaced with courage. And these cases are not isolated. They echo earlier claims that have followed Diddy through the past year, creating a disturbing pattern that is hard for the public to ignore. Cut to imagine visuals. Legal papers being stamped, courtroom doors closing, headlines flashing across screens. What makes these new lawsuits explosive is not just the content, but the timing. Diddy is days away from facing his sentencing hearing in New York. He was already under intense legal pressure, with prosecutors demanding accountability for a series of disturbing allegations. Now, with these fresh claims hitting the news cycle, public attention is magnified. Legal experts argue that even though these lawsuits are technically separate, they could influence how harshly the court views him. Judges, after all, are human. They read the headlines. They sense the public mood. And right now, the mood is heavy with suspicion. As soon as the news broke, social media erupted. On one side, die-hard fans rush to defend Diddy. They insist that the accusations are part of a conspiracy to take down powerful black men in the entertainment industry. They argue that the timing is suspicious and that Diddy is being made into a target. But on the other side, thousands of voices demanded justice. They point to the growing number of women who don't know each other, yet describe eerily similar encounters. They argue that the volume of claims can't simply be dismissed as coincidence. Twitter threads, TikTok breakdowns, YouTube analysis videos. Everywhere you look, people are debating, is this the fall of Diddy or the rise of truth? The music industry, once Diddy's playground, has grown silent. Major brands, once eager to partner with him, have cut ties. His Spirits brand, once worth millions, has been left in limbo. Collaborators who used to brag about working with him now avoid mentioning his name. Behind closed doors, insiders whisper that Diddy's empire may already be crumbling. His business deals, his awards, even his place in hip-hop history, all are at risk of being overshadowed by scandal. And while some still wait to see how the court rules, others believe the damage to his legacy is already irreversible. One thing is certain: the sentencing hearing just became even more explosive. Will these new claims tip the scales of justice? Will the judge take them into account? Or will Diddy's high-powered legal team find a way to fight back and protect what's left of his empire? For now, the world is watching. His fans, his critics, the entire music industry. Sean Diddy Combs once stood at the top of the world. Today, he stands at the edge of everything he's built, waiting to hear his fate. And the clock is ticking.